Hi everybody, welcome to Fedwatch News. New York Fed President John Williams said, quote, something like 3 rate cut is a reasonable starting point, end quote. Boston Fed President Susan Collins said, quote, it will be appropriate to begin easing policy later this year, end quote. CME Fedwatch Tool expects 61% probability that the Fed begins to cut rates in June. 10-year Treasury yield hovers around 4.27%. S&P 500 lost 0.17%. Shares of Okta jumped about 23% on its strong earnings. Federal Reserve Bank of New York President John Williams spoke Wednesday at an event in Garden City, New York, said, quote, I expect inflation to continue its return journey to 2%, although there will likely be some bumps along the way as we sign the most recent consumer price index data. To be specific, I expect PCE inflation to be around 2 to 2.25% this year and 2% next year. The economy is still strong. We expect to see positive growth in inflation to keep coming down, so something like 3 rate cuts is a reasonable starting point, end quote. Boston Fed President Susan Collins spoke Wednesday at Dartmouth College in New Hampshire, said, quote, I remain a realistic optimist and thinking that the economy is on a path back to 2% inflation on a sustained basis with a healthy labor market. The economy is in a good place overall and policy is well positioned. I do want to see more evidence of that sustained trajectory and consistent with projections from FOMC participants. I do believe it will be appropriate to begin easing policy later this year, end quote. CME Fedwatch Tool expects above 61% probability of first rate cut in June. It expects only 2.5% on March cut and 22.6% probability of Fed cutting rate in May. 10-year Treasury yield hovers around 4.27% this week. S&P 500 lost 0.17% on Wednesday. Dow slipped 0.06%. Nasdaq also fell 0.37%. Okta stock jumped about 23% on its strong earnings. The company reported 63 cents of adjusted EPS and $605 million of revenue for this quarter. The company expects $604 million of revenue for the next quarter. The company CFO Brett said, quote, for the fiscal year 2024, we generated a non-GAAP operating profit of 14% compared to negative 1% last year. Free cash flow margin of 22%, up from 3% last year. We signed a record number of $1 million plus ARR contracts in the fourth quarter, capping a year in which the number of $1 million ARR contracts increased by over 30%. We added 150 customers in the quarter. We now expect total revenue growth of 10% to 11%, non-GAAP operating margin of 18% to 19%, a free cash flow margin of approximately 21%, end quote. This is end of today's news. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.